right now. And I was going to do this later, but I figured I'd just do it now just to kind of get go over some certain things with everybody in this group, just for you specifically, because this is okay. So let me just pre-frame this for you. I have been peddling artwork, selling art, basically outside, business to business, sales. I've been doing those kind of sales now since 2001, and I sucked at first. Okay, I sucked at first because I was trying to sell. I was trying way too hard to sell stuff. Well, actually, no, I didn't suck at first. When I first came in, I rocked because I really like making money, and I didn't know what I was doing. I was basically selling everything based on pure enthusiasm. You know, when I got in with the company that I was involved in, you know, we sold framed art. And back in 2001, there was no Kirkland's or whatever it's called now, Go Home or whatever. It used to be the discount fucking art store that sucked, that everybody started buying from. I can't even think of the name of the business, but they changed their name to like Go Home. So there was nothing like that. There was basically there were local frame shops, you know. So we had a very, very niche target market that we were going after, and it was basically businesses, and we sold framed art, you know, framed prints. They weren't super expensive. I mean, they were just basically like knockoff prints. You know, everything from like Monets, Van Goghs, and Picassos to like motivational stuff and then eventually the company like started getting into like more intricate, you know, what they would call like designer frames and nicer stuff, and we would kind of follow trends. You know, when Thomas Kinkade stuff was hot, we'd sell like Kinkade replicas. You know, when motivationals were super hot, we sold a bunch of those. When abstract art, when everybody and their mother started decorating their office with abstract art, we started doing tons and tons of abstract art. And then the you know, the big box stores started selling art too. I mean, we lost our competitive edge because you know, part of the whole thing was like, listen, this would normally cost you, you know, $300 somewhere else. You can buy it from us for $60, $70, 50, you know, 40, 50 bucks, whatever it was. And then it wasn't like super high quality stuff, but it was decent enough that, you know, it looked like you spent some money on it. And you know, it filled the need. You know, it filled the need. And when the big box stores started selling discount art, that kind of killed our market. When people could go to Kirkland's, or they could go to I can't even think of the name of the company, because I banished it from my brain. But when you could basically go to Bed Bath & Beyond and Target and Kroger or the supermarket, I mean, Home Depot sells, and Lowe's sells like framed, you know, art. And what's funny is like they're selling a lot of the same stuff that we sold like 8-9 years ago, but they're selling it now for like 20 bucks. Okay, and it's all crap made in China. It's just mass produced crap. So we kind of branched out. We went very, very niche, very target specific. You know, we started doing historical photos. We started doing a lot of sports memorabilia. We found some licensed some groups that did licensing for sports memorabilia, and we started doing sports memorabilia and stuff. And then I really need to shave this mustache. It's coming off either tonight or tomorrow. I'm looking at it now, and it's just like, okay. But there's a little intro for you. But as I was peddling, right, as I was selling stuff, and you got to realize, guys, I was the top salesperson for this company for years. I'm talking hands down across the country. I was a top sales guy. I averaged, I think one year I averaged 97 pictures a week, every week for an entire year. Okay, and that was with, and I know my actual stats on that. That was with a best week of 188 and a worst week of 67. Okay, so I crushed. You know what I mean? I crushed every year, and I worked on commission. I averaged, you know, 10 to 15, sometimes like 8 to 15 bucks a piece per piece. So I mean, I was bringing in, 60, 70 grand a year just selling shit literally out of the back of my car, just going business to business doing sales. And then I got promoted. I opened up my own office. I started, hiring people, training people. I built a sales crew. I had a crew. The most people I ever had working for me at one time was 27 on the books, like selling stuff directly for me. Now the problem with that though is that a lot of these guys coming in weren't motivated. You know what I mean? Like when it comes to doing a commission sales job, like you have to be motivated. You have to have some personality. You have to be personable, and you have to genuinely enjoy people. You also have to enjoy work. And what I found was that a lot of people would just rather sit on their ass and make excuses for why they're broke, or just get paid, shit minimum wage, doing nothing. Because that's what you got to realize about a wage job. A wage job just basically pays you what they feel you're worth. You get paid on your skills, your qualifications, or whatever, and what somebody offers you to do something, that's basically what that job considers that you're worth. Okay, so when you're working a job, just remember that, like, you are replaceable in any job. Whereas, like, when you learn to run a business for yourself, like, you generate income for yourself based on your skills, your talents, your abilities. Okay, so just when you're working on your own business, just realize, like, your business is a work in progress. Okay, and so let me just get back to the point. Since 2001, I've been selling artwork. Okay, and about a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago, I started selling my own stuff. Like, I would take my company merchandise. I would take the framed sports pictures, or the historical stuff, or the abstract art, or whatever was available at the time. But I would also take some of my original stuff, and I had big canvases. I had things that I had done, and I'd throw them in my car too, because that to me was a higher end purchase. Now, not everybody was going to buy them, but I was charging maybe $150, $200 a piece for some of these canvases, and they were. I mean, I'm not a rock star artist. You know what I mean? I'm not super well known. I'm not like I don't have worldwide fame or anything. But I produced some decent enough stuff, and I knew what people wanted, and some people just didn't want knockoff shit. They wanted just like something original. So I started selling my own stuff, and that actually brought me in a nice chunk of change, because it wasn't like I was creating stuff all the time, but when I had a good supply of stuff, I could take it and sell it. And and this is the thing about selling art. It's like, you don't know who your buyers are going to be. They could be anybody. Okay, they could be anybody. Like, I've had grandmothers buy Salvador Dali prints off of me, and I've had biker dudes with, like, bald heads and like leather cutlasses looking like Sons of Anarchy rejects, buying Thomas Kincaid lighthouse pictures off of me. It doesn't really matter. All right, the fact is, you can never prejudge a person when it comes to their art taste. So how does this apply to you? Well, what got me really good when I was selling art, I taught a lot of classes. I trained some of the best people in the entire country. Like, when I retired, when I stepped down from selling full time to run my own business, the guy that was basically the number one person in the company after me was the guy that I trained. Okay, I trained, I mean, literally, like, field training, office training, sales meeting training. I trained probably thousands of people. I don't have an actual count, because you're talking since 2001 and it's 2015. But let's just say I trained an average of 150 people a year personally by myself, like in my car, training, hiring, and teaching them. But with a sales crew, like, you got to realize, like, if you've got 10 guys that are training people, you're hiring sometimes 10 new guys a week, sometimes 20 new guys a week. Not all of them would stick, but I've probably trained about 10,000 people to sell artwork. Okay, out of the back of their cars, selling shit, going business to business, everything else. So if my face looks familiar, I may have actually sold you some stuff, or you may have worked for me, or you may have I don't know. Anyway. But these are the four reasons why people buy. Okay, and you need to understand this when you're selling and marketing yourself, because part of this training that I'm going to teach you is how to go out and sell stuff. You know, how to generate basically instant cash for yourself if you need it. And it's called peddling, okay? Which basically means throw some shit in your car and go talk to people. It sounds pretty crazy, but it actually works. I mean, I needed some cash because I'm building this whole thing out, and I've been kind of crippled with like scoliosis or whatever, and I haven't been able to work as much as I normally do. But I went out today and I made $770, okay? Just literally in 4 hours selling framed pictures. Now, these were sports pictures, super targeted, and I kind of had an idea like where I was going, and you know, but none of these, all the people that I sold to today, I've never met them before in my entire life. I just happened to have something that I knew that they would like, or that I hoped that they would like, or that, you know, it just ended up being like I was in the area where there were a shit ton of fans for the particular teams that I was selling. And if you want to know how to do this, I can hook you up with the guys that I get my stuff from. It's ridiculous money if you can do it full time. I don't recommend peddling full time though. To tell you the truth, it gets really old after a while. I've been burnt out on peddling now for probably the last 5 years. But I mean, I just went up to Kansas City doing stuff for the Royals, selling Royals World Series stuff, and I sold about $30,000 of like framed Royals merchandise in 3 weeks, and I made about a $15,000 profit off of all the stuff that I sold. Okay, and I'm really good though. Okay, so anyway, because I don't try to sell. And this is the whole thing. I don't try to sell. And this is, oh man, I got so much to teach you guys, but I don't try to sell. And the reason is because when you try to do something, see, the word try is like, it creates doubt. You know what I mean? I'm trying to do this. Well, I'm trying to build a website. I'm trying to build a business. I'm trying to get this girl to like me, or you know, I'm trying to succeed. You fuck try, you know what I'm saying? You just do it. I don't try to sell anything. I just sell stuff. And the reason is because I know these 4 steps. Like literally, I've taught them. I live pretty much my entire life by these 4 steps, and I'll go over them with you. Okay. So the 4 reasons why people buy. Number 1, need. Okay, you need something. Like you need art for your walls. You need something for your living room. Now, this is kind of like a manufactured thing. You don't actually need art. You're not going to die if you don't have art. But with the image-conscious society that we have, you know, if you want to fit in and be part of the cool club of like, I've got a nice house, I've got a nice office, I've got a cool business, you need art. You know, like nothing on the wall or like crappy shit on the wall makes your business and your home just look crappy. Okay, so people actually need art. This is what you have to understand. Okay. 2, greed. Okay, so people, you know, the number 1 reason why people buy stuff is need. Okay, the number 2 reason people buy stuff is greed. They don't need it, but they want it. Okay, you got enough stuff, your walls are covered, you don't need anything, but man, that's really awesome, that's a good deal, I want to buy it. Okay, I'm sure you've done this before. Like, you don't really need another blue t-shirt, you don't really need another pair of sneakers, you don't really need another handbag or purse or comic book for your collection, or brush, or anime character, or movie. You don't need any of that stuff, you want it, so you buy it. It's called greed. It's not a bad thing. It's just how our society works, okay? So just get used to it. And the more you understand that, the easier it is to sell shit, because people want stuff. They, you know, saying that we live in a consumer-based society where we're basically told to buy stuff every single day. Since you've been a child, you know, if you were born past 1960, 1950, you've sat through probably billions and billions of commercials slamming advertisements at you all day long, from billboards, radio, TV, internet, phone, radio, whatever, people calling you, people showing up at your doorstep, you know, newspaper, magazines, everything. Somebody's always trying to sell something, okay? And how do they get you to buy? Well, you're either looking because you have a need. Like if you need a refrigerator, you buy one. Why? Because you don't want your food to go nasty. Okay? If you need a shower head or something, or you buy it because you need to get clean. You need food. Okay, why are there so many restaurants out there? Well, there's tons of them. So you need to eat. Okay, it's a beautiful monopoly. You kind of need it. You need a home. You need at least something. 4 walls and a roof, preferably. Okay, but the greed aspect of this is like you don't really need it. You just want it. It's called collectors or hoarders, whatever you want to call them. There are people that collect shit. They don't need it. They just buy it because they like it, and it goes in their collection. I had customers that literally, these guys would, over time, probably bought anywhere from 50 to 100 to 200 framed pictures off of me. And every time they bought it, I don't know where I'm going to put this, but man, that's awesome. Okay? There are people out there for your niche. There are people out there, whatever you sell, whatever kind of art you create, there are people out there that do that. Okay? That's something you have to understand. Okay? You just need to find those people. Okay? And we're going to go into that in another section of this. But you need to find those people. How do you find those people? Okay? Well, they're out there. You just got to get your shit in front of them. And they're driving like crazy people here. Red. It's raining, so hopefully there's not an accident. So there's need, there's greed, there's fear of loss. It's number three, right? Fear of loss, which basically means this is a limited time offer. Okay, I'm going to teach you this. You want to have something with a limited time offer, something that's not available all the time. It's fear of loss. If you don't buy this now, if you don't get this right now, if you don't buy from me today, if you don't buy from my site today, if you don't buy within the next week or 2 weeks or next month or whatever, this promotional sale is only going on for this week, right? Like if you think about Black Friday, right? Like Black Friday sales, why do Black Friday sales work so well? Or why do these like Memorial Day sales or these other things that big retailers do this all the time? You've probably bought stuff from them because they had a crazy thing. It was like, well, this week only, this weekend only, we're doing something crazy. So it's fear of loss. We only have 10 of these left. We only have 5 of these left. I've only printed 20 of this actual image, and that's it. Once this is done, it'll never be released again. Fear of loss. If you don't buy them now, I'm not going to reproduce them this way. I'm not going to sell these this way. This is a one-of-a-kind original piece, and I don't have any more. So you buy it now, or I'll sell it to somebody else. It sounds kind of dickish when put that way, but it works, okay? I would much rather have cash in hand than a promise and I'll call you back in a week or two, or leave me your phone number, or I have your website information or whatever. Okay, like I'll contact you when I'm ready to buy. Motherfucker, like buy now. That's what I like. I like profit. Okay, I like to make money. So that's something that you got to realize. Like it's fear of loss, fear of loss, fear of loss. Learn it, understand it, make it a part of your life. Make it a part of your whole sales formula. Make it a part of your sales pitch. Make it a part of your page. If you're building out a sales page, make it a part of your page, okay? These are all limited edition pieces. Once they're gone, they're gone, okay? They will not be reproduced. Whatever you're selling, canvases, prints, whatever, make a limited number of them, okay? Limitation is a good thing when it comes to selling. You know what I'm saying? When there's not a lot of something, it creates scarcity. And what scarcity creates is fear of loss, okay? You don't want to I have an unlimited amount of these, order whatever you want. Okay, that's lame. You're not going to sell anything. Whereas, like, the flip side of that is, like, listen, there's only 10, 15, 25, 100 of these. If you get them now, I'll throw in a bonus for you or whatever. You get them now. They're signed, limited edition copies, blah, blah, blah. Okay, and with that, you can actually, there is a premium price tag added onto that for stuff that's basically limited edition. If it's only this week, if it's only today, if it's only this weekend, if it's only this month, it can come with a little bit of a higher price tag because it's either you can upsell it to where it's like, this is this week, we're doing a discount for this time, because that's like a premium discount, right? Or you could do it as like a these are limited edition pieces. Normally I'd sell these for $500. Today I'm giving you for $250, or whatever. Okay, it's just sales jargon. Okay, but it works. okay? But it works. And then, so we got need, we got greed, we got fear of loss, and check this out, the Jones effect, all right? It's called association. Everybody else is doing it. And this is where you can actually make money and sell more stuff by, and you'll see this with smaller sites, like not every, well, I mean, you'll see it basically with everybody, okay? If you buy a shirt or something, or you buy some cool shoes, or you buy some cool art supplies, or you buy a video game, yo, man, where'd you get that? Oh, I bought it from this store, okay? I bought it from these guys. You know, when you see somebody with a cool t-shirt, man, that's awesome. Where'd you get that? I ask people, I like t-shirts. I'm a t-shirt collector. So, you know, I'm a greed buyer. I don't need, you know, to have 75 t-shirts in my collection, and I probably have more than that. But I like t-shirts. Cool t-shirts to me are appealing. You know, when I travel, I like to get a t-shirt. I don't like pins or magnets or shit. I like t-shirts. I like to wear t-shirts that, you know, show that I was somewhere. And usually, you know, if I'm out like selling sports memorabilia or something, I will make sure that I get a t-shirt from a place that I sold to. Okay? And this actually helps me sell more stuff, because I will either take that t-shirt, put it on, or wrap it around my neck and be like, hey guys, listen, I was just over here decorating such and such's business, and we had some extras. I figured I'd swing over here and check with you guys. If you're interested, we're hooking everybody up, basically framing costs or whatever, because that's kind of my whole spiel, right? That's my sales pitch. Yeah, I was just saying, you know, whatever. Hey guys, listen, I do some work for these guys, whatever. That's cool. Do you work for them? Nah, man, they gave me a free t-shirt because they loved everything that I did for them. But anyway, it adds validity and honesty to my story, which makes me, it's the circle of trust, right? It's the circle of trust. Like when you have association, and this is kind of like the Jones effect, right? When you have association, when you're in the circle of trust, because people are going to trust their friends with what they buy, okay? Because if you shop at this place and I really like your style and I really want to copy your style, or just kind of like, you know, dress the way you dress, or if you decorate your house with this person's artwork, or you get your stuff from there, man, these are awesome. Where'd you get them? People will tell them, hey, I bought this from such and such, or I went to this store, or I bought this from this website. Oh, really? Yeah. Okay. Oh, and this is how people think, right? Well, if you buy from them and I like you, then I should buy from them because you say they're cool. Okay, it's kind of like being it's kind of like going to your girlfriend or boyfriend's like family reunion, right? How do they usually introduce you? They introduce you as, well, this is such and such's boyfriend, this is such and such's girlfriend, compared to like, who's that weird person, or who's that person that nobody knows? Well, how do they introduce you with association, okay? And all of a sudden now you're part of the family. Oh, we've heard, you know, hopefully good things, right? But we heard so much about you. We heard a lot of great stuff about you. Yeah, come on over here, have a plate, talk to me. Because now you're part of the family, right? You're part of the family. It's like when you go to a party with a friend, right? You know, hey, I'm such and such's friend. Oh, okay, cool. And hopefully your friend is cool, because if they're cool, then you're considered cool. If they're lame, you're considered lame. Okay? So it's actually like, you'll hear a lot of people name drop stuff. You'll hear a lot of people, oh, yeah, I just went out to such and such. You know, I was eating over here. I was eating over there. Because people like to familiarize themselves. Oh, you eat there? I eat there too. Oh, you like that brand? I like that brand too. You know, and then there are people that set trends, and what you want to, you know, basically find is people that are into like certain niches that, you know, that are going to buy your stuff and then tell their friends about it. Okay? Because once somebody else buys, I see this all the time, because I buy stuff from these t-shirt sites, right? And they're like, hey man, take a picture of you with one of our t-shirts on, and you'll see them do it. You know, like these customers, I just got my t-shirt and I love it, and they'll post that up on their website, and that creates what some people call social proof, what other people call association, what us sales guys just call the friggin', you know, it's the Jones effect, the circle of trust, social proof, you know, whatever. Because when somebody has that much social proof, when you've got a bunch of people, or you don't even need a bunch of people, you only need is like one or two. Hey, I bought some stuff and I love it. Okay, that's why companies ask for reviews. You know, that's why reviews are very popular, because hey, can you review our company? Did you have a great experience? Please tell the world about it. You know, you'll see it on their websites, you'll see it on Yelp, you'll see it on whatever. And I know when I shop, right? You know, when I was shopping around for for a platform to use for this training, right? What's the best platform that everybody can make money on, that's going to simplify their life and just make for an overall better experience and be cost effective. You know, I was shopping around for different e-com platforms or whatever, and some of them had great reviews and some of them just had crap reviews. And you know, guess who I went with? I went with the ones with the best reviews. So it's very important to understand that when it comes to your marketing, that you want to, all right, so you got need, greed, fear, loss, and association. Jones effect, whatever you want to call it. Need, greed, fear, loss, and association. Now, this is how this all works together. I know this is a long video, but trust me, this fucking works. Okay, so need, greed, fear, loss, and association. I have done work, or I do work, or I'm an artist, and blah, blah, blah. I have some extra pieces, you know, on my website or on this. A lot of your neighbors have been buying them. Some of your friends might have bought some stuff. There's only a few left. Pick them out. If you want them, great. If not, don't worry about it. Somebody else will buy them. That is my entire approach to doing sales. Okay? It's my entire approach to doing sales. It's called law of averages. Not everybody's going to buy. Okay? Not everybody's going to buy. But if you understand, it's like the if you think about it, right? Like if you talk to 100 people, this is what I was taught, and this is what I taught for years. Okay? If you talk to 100 people, 90 of them will say no, 10 of them will say yes. Okay? Don't take it personal. It's just sales. It's sales. It's sales. Okay? They're not saying no to you. They're just saying no to what you're selling. It may be bad time of the month. It may be a bad time of the year. They could have just, they might have woken up that day and just had a shitty day. They could be between paydays, pay weeks, whatever. Maybe they're just not into what you're selling. But trust me, if you go talk to 100 people, or if you get 100 people to come look at your website and you've got it set up the right way, you're going to sell something. Okay, this is proven stats. These are proven facts and figures, numbers with sales. Okay, so what do you need to do? You need to drive traffic. You need to be cool. You need to be awesome. You need to be fucking amazing. You need to be excited about what you're doing. But more importantly, you also need to understand, don't get on your knees and suck dick for sales. Okay, this is so important because so many people out there get on their knees. They unzip their customers' pants and they're like, here, I'll cup your balls and shove it in my mouth and for a sale. I don't need you to buy anything from me. Okay, that's the difference. The difference is this: will you please buy? Compared to motherfucker, I don't need you to buy. And it's not necessarily saying that, but it's that attitude. Okay, it's kind of like this, right? When you have, it's so funny, and this is how because you've been doing sales your entire life, and this is going to go on forever. I could talk sales forever. I love talking sales, but it's like when you have a what's it called? When you have a when you're in a relationship, right? When you have a boyfriend or girlfriend, right? All of a sudden, let's just put it this way: nobody wants to mess with you when you're single. Okay, when you're single, you're the most unappealing, unattractive person ever. You're just like, oh wait, what? No, man, that person's not that cool. They're not that attractive. They're not that hot. But as soon as you get into a relationship, all of a sudden, all the people that weren't interested in you in the beginning see something in you now that they never saw before. Why? Because somebody else finds you attractive. Now, all of a sudden, oh, hey, how come we don't call them anymore? Hey, how come we don't hang out? Hey, I've been thinking about you. Da-da-da-da-da. How's it going with such and such? Why all of a sudden are you interested in me? It's because now I'm more attractive. Because now you see that somebody else likes me. And, now you're like, wait, what? What's going on? Somebody likes that person? They're in a relationship? Wait, then there must be something going on with that person. So that, I'm just sitting here in traffic rambling, but just enjoy. But it's basically this is how it applies to your life. Okay, sales is life. You got to learn how to sell yourself. So basically, first and foremost, before you even start selling anything, learn to love yourself because you are selling you. Okay, I don't need people to like me because I love myself. And it sounds weird, it sounds whatever, you can take it how you want to take it, but it's fucking truth, okay? I love myself, I love what I do, I love being me, and I realize that not everyone's gonna like me, not everyone's going to buy from me, but hey, man, that's cool, because at the end of the day, I still love myself, okay? But I'm not going to change myself or try to be somebody that I'm not just to try to appeal to somebody else. You know, hey, what can I do to make you like me? No, that's a fucking stupid question. You know what I mean? What can I do to make somebody like me? It's like, who gives a fuck? You know what I'm saying? There's so many people out there. It's like, why would you worry about, why would you worry about one person liking you or not liking you? They're replaceable, okay? They're replaceable. It's like everything in life, right? It's like, you know, you've got replaceable relationships, replaceable friends, replaceable businesses. You know, the only thing you can't replace is the way you feel about yourself. You know what I mean? Or, I mean, you can evolve that and change it. But you've honestly got to, and this took me a while to figure out, because like when I was like getting comfortable like selling, where after I'd been doing it for a while and I started like thinking too much about it, I was thinking about it and I was like, oh, well, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing differently? I wasn't being myself. You know, when I sold, you know, $500, $1,000, $2,000 worth of shit every day, you know, kind of like what I did today, I didn't give a fuck. I didn't care. To me, it wasn't about like, well, I gotta go sell stuff because I need money. It was just like, yo, dude, I'm cool. Hey, man, what's up? Listen, I'm doing this. Would you guys be interested? Bing, bing, bing. Yeah. Cool, great. This is the price. You want it? Great. Give me some money. And that's basically what happened. You know what I mean? And I do that religiously because I've done it so often. I do it so often. I do it the way I sell. I do it the way I train. I do it in the way I talk to people and communicate with people, because this is how sales are done, okay? This is how relationships are built. This is how friendships are built. This is how everything is done. It's like when you're too wanting, you get walked on, okay? Well, I really need sales. Yes, we do. We all need sales. We all need more customers. But you don't want to feel like a bitch at the end of the day. You don't want to feel like you just got bent over and manhandled at the end of the day just to make some money. Unless you're into that, which that's a whole other thing. You can go talk to somebody about that. Not me, you know, because I don't relate to that. I like to walk away from a sale knowing that, hey man, I sold myself. I put forth my best effort. I gave it all I had, you know, and the customer feels the same way too. They got a good deal. It was a great experience. We had some fun. And I may have just made a new friend. I may have made a new connection. I may have just networked my way into something else, because this is how relationships are built. You know what I mean? Like, your personality, you're going to connect with certain people. There are people out there that would never buy anything from me because I'm too abrasive. I curse too much. I have this crappy mustache going on. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not wearing a suit and a tie. And that's fine. I know that, you know, but at the same time, there are plenty of people out there that go, man, this guy's just real. He's real. He's not feeding me lines of BS. He's real. Okay? And to me, that's more important. You know, to know that I'm being me. I feel good. What I'm doing is basically like, what's it called? It's more aligned with my soul. You know what I mean? Than trying to be somebody that I'm not just to make a sale. You know, because when I sell, and this is the key here, right? Did you hear what I just said? Trying to be somebody that I'm not so that I can try to make a sale. That's when you struggle. When you're trying to be somebody that you're not. Be yourself. Be awesome. Be you. Be amazing. Enjoy being you. And just get out there and just realize not everybody's going to like your stuff. Not everybody's going to buy your stuff. But at the same time, if you're you, you're real, you're cool, people like you, you'll sell, okay? And you'll build